Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright, let's talk about some 140-pound world title class showdown between two big names in top-ranked stable. Josh Taylor getting ready to defend his lone world title after being stripped of all the world titles against Teofimo Lopez, and what's being penciled in for June 10th in New York City. Yeah, I'm there to watch the Teo Taylor showdown in NYC. We're gonna be up in there to see that fight. It's about time. There's some movement at 140 pounds when it comes to Josh Taylor's career. Put his career on hold for a rematch that was not really all that desirable. I mean, it was a close fight. Some people felt Catterall was robbed. I felt he let Taylor off the hook after he knocked him down. Pretty much gave away all the momentum. Should have put more separation between the two, but that's what he didn't do. Ended up being a close fight, and he ended up not getting the decision. Taylor defended his titles, pushed for a rematch after being disappointed in the performance. A lot of people saying that he lost. Don't really care too much about the rematch. The Teofimo fight is a little more intriguing. It will be Teofimo's best chance to become a two-time world champ. So this is a great opportunity for both guys to see where the direction of their career is heading after this fight. It's an interesting clash. I mean, you got two guys who don't have a lot of momentum going into the fight. The odds are very close. I think Taylor was only a slight favorite. He should be. He's the naturally bigger guy. He's the defending champion. And he's undefeated. But this is a great opportunity for Teo after turning down a potential fight with Regis Prograis. So now he's going to fight the guy that whooped him. In a fight where Taylor's coming off an injury and inactivity. So great matchmaking from Teofimo's team to push for this clash. It's now or never. Two so-so performances after getting whooped by Kambosos. Teofimo questioning if he still has it. That's not very it's not very encouraging in regards to maybe picking him for this fight. When you're questioning your ability like that, definitely something's wrong with the confidence. And Teo's still talking a big game, but I'm not seeing that same demeanor when he's in that ring, man. He beat Sandor Martin, but it was an unimpressive, uninspiring performance. In his fight previous to that, he looked like a shell of himself until he knocked the guy down, and then he started looking like the Teo from before the Loma fight. Athletic, fluid, fast, explosive. If we get that guy for this June 10th clash, I expect him to beat Josh Taylor. Even though Josh Taylor is undefeated, it's just a lot of things going on in Taylor's career. He's been inactive, coming off a bad performance. It'll be over a year of inactivity, and coming off a bad injury. What was his foot or whatever? Maybe he got hurt. I don't know. But he definitely didn't want to go through with that Catterall clash after so many postponements. So he's gonna take a good, a name fight against Teofimo and for some bragging rights. So it's an interesting fight. Very competitive fight, considering, the age gap between the two. Teofimo in a new weight class, trying to find himself. Taylor looking to come back strong after a bad performance. The disrespect he's getting. I mean, BoxRec rating a guy that he whooped above him. I mean, this guy won a vacant title. Do people forget that? He won a vacant strap where he was a 5-1 favorite against Zepeda. This guy beat people. went into their backyards, whooped them, or manhandled you on the inside like he did Regis Prograis. At least the guy beat guys for his belts. He really should still be number one until proven otherwise. I know people felt he lost to Catterall, but some people didn't feel he did. It was a close fight and a bad performance for Taylor because he was a heavy favorite going into that fight. But Taylor should still be number one. Still has the undefeated record. Still has the most accomplishments in the division, including Regis Prograis. Has the win over Ramirez. Has been undisputed. He's still the number one guy. But we're going to see in this fight if Taylor is still the number one guy. Very intriguing fight to bet on, man. I don't know, man. This fight is going to be tricky. As a betting man, you got to go with the plus money odds on Teofimo. But he's coming off two so-so performances. I thought he beat Sandor Martin clearly, but it just wasn't a good performance. Most of his time at lightweight, but he can definitely compete at 140. Taylor, it's interesting, man. He's in his 30s. He's got the physical advantages in terms of height and reach. But he's really been regressing as of late. This fight against Ramirez, this fight was exactly the way the judges scored it. Very accurate, 114-112. Without those knockdowns, that fight was a draw. Those two mistakes Ramirez had in those two knockdowns is what cost him his belts. That fight was very close. But you can see, ever since this guy took a dive, so, it hasn't been much momentum since the Prograis fight. Man, only fought 3 times since 2019. That's insane. Has only fought once each of those years. Been very inactive, so I think this is the opportunity of a lifetime for Teofimo. He's going to be fighting an inactive champion who hasn't had any momentum since he whooped Prograis. He's coming off surgery, injury, and a bad performance. So, yeah, man, I think you got to take the plus money odds on Teofimo despite the confidence issues, despite the so-so performances. But it's an intriguing fight, and Teofimo turned down a Prograis fight for, I would say, the better fight. The guy that beat Prograis, he's taking on, but he may be catching him at the right time. That's the angle here, and also it was an in-house fight, and it's against the undefeated Taylor. So, much easier fight to make compared to a Prograis who has no network. So, great move by Teo and his team, pushing for a Taylor fight. This is his last chance. We're going to find out if he's going to fulfill on his promise, taking over. We got to see a good performance, man. We got to see a much stronger performance against Sandor than he did against Sandor Martin. If that's all we're gonna get, I'm not even sure Teo can even get it done against this version of a Josh Taylor, because let's be honest here, Josh Taylor's best days may be behind him. Most likely. I don't see this guy coming back. The guy that fought Ryan Martin, Postal, and Regis Prograis. I think that guy is gone. And that's all we're going to get now. So, very interesting fight. Leaning towards Teo as of now. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.